Hi, I'm Liz Morrison from the Fit Atlanta, and today I'm with Alicia Wente from Spray Studio Atlanta, a sunless spray studio here in Atlanta, and they also have a online retail and product company online too. So welcome. I'm so happy you're here. So today I really want to talk about your story as a business owner and to learn how you got started. So tell us a little bit about your business shop.
Okay, so it started in 2010. Basically, I moved to Atlanta actually to open a completely different business and couldn't find anywhere that I loved to go get a tan. I tried a bunch of different places. It just wasn't great. And I'd been getting spray tans back home. So I went and decided, you know what the hell, maybe I'll just buy my own machine and spray myself at home in my garage.
Smart.
And yeah, and everyone started coming over and getting tans, and they're like, you should do this as a business, you're really good at it. And so it kind of blossomed from there, and I found a tiny little space on Piedmont Road, and that's where my first studio was. Little 300 square foot bottom of a house. Made it all cute with IKEA stuff, of course.
So when did you decide to go from the little studio from the bottom of a house and make the transition into your brick and mortar shop that is now just your own?
Right.
How long into your business were you able to make that transition?
Longer than I probably should have. I mean, a lot of me misses my tiny place. It was, super easy to kind of take care of, but it took a lot of me. I was there 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, tanning someone every 30 minutes. It was just a lot. So about 3.5 years in, we've been in our studio now, our bigger studio, for about 5.5 years. So it's about 3.5 years in, I just decided I've got to kind of figure this out. I'm driving myself nuts, I'm running myself in the ground. It's just time to do something bigger or just kind of stop.
Yeah.
I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So I kind of just started doing the research on what it would take to go into a bigger place, and that's how that began. Found people to help me too, because that was the bigger, I had to get a leasing agent to help me find a place. I had no idea about all of the legalities of, doing a huge build out and, getting a place. And for me, that was, a learning experience. So.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing with a lot of people who have small businesses. When do you decide it's time to grow your team and not do it all yourself? Or maybe move into a building from renting a basement. When was that point where you learned you needed to bring on a team, you couldn't do this anymore, and then how did you find those resources to pay those people to come help you when you're just starting?
I pulled money out of my ass. I'm just kidding. It's
Goals.
Basically right. I think for me it was more out of necessity. I didn't really ever, so mistake number one for me that I've learned is I never really had a solid business plan. I'm an idea person. I'm always wanting to create stuff. I'm always wanting to do the next thing, and I get bored really easily. Yeah. So for me, I'm just always creating, and people that work off of a plan typically know when this point's going to be. For me, it was just kind of I've created myself out of this space. I've got to do something different. So I went to all ends of the earth to find capital. I went and tried to get credit cards and business loans, and went to my family, which was really helpful, thank God. But I had saved up a lot too. I mean, I'd worked years by myself, saving. So it was kind of always just but risking. You've got to risk. If you want to do the next step, a lot of people, you're an entrepreneur because you're not scared, right? I think that's the number one thing is you've got to tell yourself in the beginning, if you want to be, in my opinion, a little bit more safe, then you can always go and work for someone else. But people who want to go out and just create their vision and start a brand and a business, that's a scary thing. And so you've already, I'd already gone over the first hurdle, just like you have. I mean, anyone who started a business has already kind of defeated that fear. And I think it's all about just reminding yourself of that, to just be fearless and just do what you got to do.
And it's really hard, having a business, it is really scary. And there's a quote that if you're not scared, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You need to always be challenged. Sure. And I think entrepreneurs, you have that natural drive to almost crave the fear because it progresses you. So how did you overcome that fear to continue? Because I feel right now in my business, Like, I have fear of like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I doing things right? Am I doing things wrong? How do I keep going? A lot of people stop at that moment and they're like, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Wanted to stop. Like, I cried in the bathtub and like wanted to just not wake up the next day. I mean, I think it's just a challenge. It's an up and down thing. I still, to this day, I get caught in places where I have no idea what in the hell I'm going to do next. And then there's days where I have this complete vision of everything and it all seems aligned and everything's correct. So getting over fear, I just think is, you know, finding good people you can talk to. You know, you're on an island a lot when you're an entrepreneur or when you're a person who's just started a business, and you know, sometimes you do feel a little alone, and I think it's surrounding yourself with really good friends and really good partners and really good people who you can talk to and call anytime. That's pretty much what's gotten me through it, just being able to bounce myself off of people and have people tell me that it's going to be okay, like you're going to get through it, I'm here for you. I think that my people have helped me a lot.
So do you have tips for people who are like how you used to be starting a business, like me starting a business, and finding those people who could be your support system or to lean on for advice? Like, I feel like I could go to you and ask you questions and you would be real with me and give me advice and be willing to help. But it's hard to find those people to, one, trust, and the two, who are willing to like open up and be real with you, because a lot of people, business owners, like, I'm not going to help you. But really, there's room for everybody. Like, you're not necessarily, I'm not trying to take your business. I'm not trying to do what you're doing. I just need from entrepreneur woman to entrepreneur woman, like, we can help each other grow. So how do you find those people who could like be your support system?
Finding people is hard. Like, just like you said, a lot of people aren't willing to just like help you, and a lot of people have an agenda. They want to get paid, or like the people who have the answers. It's like, I don't have the money right now, but I've really got to figure this out. You know? So I don't know. I don't really know. I guess I've just like talked myself out of my corners. I mean, I'm a talker. I'm not super amazing at talking on camera, but
yes, you are.
I guess I've just kind of always talked about. I've tried to be transparent with what's going on. I have nothing to hide. Like, I'm transparent with my employees now. I try to be, and it can be a stressful transparent or it can be a happy one. I try to be transparent with my family. I've called my mom and my family members like more times than I know to just, and my boyfriend, you know, like anyone who's there. My friends, I've had late drinking nights where I've been like, oh, please just listen to me, let me tell you, you know, and they're like, what the hell? And, you know, but it's just kind of getting it out of you sometimes. And you'll find those people will gravitate towards you. If you're where you're supposed to be and you're in the lane you're supposed to be in and you're driving yourself where you're supposed to go, I just feel like you find the answers if you're looking for them. If you're getting in your own way, you won't find them at all. So that's that would be my way of saying that.
And I've learned too, like, the more you open up to people, whether it's about business or mental health or like whatever you're dealing with, 100%. You're gonna find out that people can actually relate to you a lot more. So if you have a business and you're scared or you don't know what to do or you need help or like you want to get things done but you don't have the money to do it, like, reaching out and just being open about it, like, there are going to be people out there who are willing to help your mission and there's help you grow.
People where you are too than you even know. Like, sometimes people look, especially today with social media, everyone looks like they got their stuff together. They don't. So, like, just remember that.
I have a bad, like, habit of comparing myself to people who on Instagram, which most of the time I'm really good at not, like, doing that. But recently I have been comparing myself to people who don't even do what I do, like, who don't even do a thing about Fit Atlanta or near, like, Fit Atlanta or whatever. So anyways, but I compare myself, like, oh, they're doing this, these events, these whatever, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough, I'm gonna stop. But then I can't stop because I also have a passion that drives me. So it's hard.
It is
But then you want to also keep up with people on social. Like, what are they doing?
100%. Be aware of your surroundings. That is one thing I think I've told myself from the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of other people out there that do tanning. When I started almost 10 years ago, there wasn't as many people in Atlanta, right? But there are more now, and businesses are growing, and people are getting better at it. And I still have to tell myself, this one has been one rule for me since the beginning, is be aware of your competition, but don't compare yourself to them. Like everyone is doing something different. I can't tan, my company cannot tan everybody in Atlanta. I cannot sell product to everyone in the world. Like it's just it's not possible. So there's room for everyone, and supporting other people around you and watching them, making sure that you've got a fire under your ass to keep up, but not to sit and go, oh my God, they're doing so much better than me. They're doing something I'm not doing. Like that's just, everyone's going to be doing it different. You can
that's so real.
Bake a cake a million different ways. So
I remember when I was a fitness competitor and I had my blog. I started my blog maybe 5 or 6 years ago now at this point, but then I stopped because I quit competing. I was dealing with I felt like unhealthy eating habits developing that I was able to be aware of and catch before it got worse. So I stopped my blog. I stopped working out, honestly, for a while. I just needed to like go away from that space. But then maybe a 1.5 to 2 years after that, I wanted to start my blog again, but do more of a lifestyle aspect, not really just working out and fitness. And my best friend was like, but Liz, are you really going to start a blog? Everyone has a blog, whatever. And I was like, yeah, but not everybody is me. Like, people, like, if you and I had blogs, like, you'd probably have some people who love your stuff but might not like mine, and vice versa. And that's so true. Like, even in business, like, some people will like my fitness community versus another fitness community because it's focused on different things. So that's a good mindset to keep with. So going back to your products, so you just launched a self-tanning mousse. I did. You have a face spray that I absolutely love. And all your products are cruelty-free and vegan. Yeah, so that's
been really important to me from the beginning. So in the beginning of all of this, I went and bought lots of tanning solutions just to spray on people, and they all were terrible. I didn't like them. So that was my first creation, was a line of solutions to use in our studios to spray, or in my studio, but now our bigger studio, to spray on people to give them their tans. But the product part of it came about 7 to 8 years ago, where I realized that there's so many things on the market that back then the natural and organic and vegan and all these products weren't as accessible, and they would strip the crap out of your tan. Your tan would just turn to crap. Like, it would fade. It would last like 2 days. So that was a huge part of where I put my money and efforts in the beginning as I grew my business, was to create a product line to support the tans. And was, the first one in Atlanta to do so, and have kind of grown that to where all of our clients, I think they love it. Like, they come in, they walk away with something every time. They have their favorite thing. And we're trying to innovate new products now. So we're growing our online brand and the ability for people to shop online all over the country, and going to start wholesaling really soon, and lots of really cool things.
Good.
So it's fun. But the mousse is new. We've got several different mousses coming, and tanning sprays and body makeups that are waterproof, and all kinds of fun stuff, like things that people want. We've got tons of clients that we've asked over the years, like, what are you missing? What do you want? And trying to make sure that they're developed without all the nasty ingredients, and that they're safe for your skin and your tan.
I used your body wash, the whipped lotion, the body oil.
That's one of the really popular ones too, the body butter.
And I have the spray for your face. I have the mousse. I have the tan erase mitt.
So we have a new tan removing gel that's coming. That is, it'll literally, you put it on, wait about 10 minutes, scrub all your old tan off, no matter where you get your tan. There's a lot of places where you need to get it off sooner than others. So, so that we're coming out with that soon too, so it'll be nice. Good. It's like a facial for your body. It's awesome.
Nice. I love your Spring Fling, that's what it's called, right? Spring Fling oils.
One of our fragrances,
It smells so good. It's the best.
Thanks.
So, talking tanning, what are some tips to make your tan last longer?
So no matter if you're doing it at home or you're coming to someone like us to get it done, most important thing is to scrub your body.
Wait, before or after?
Before. So always making sure that you're scrubbing your skin before. Take a good long shower, good long bath, get dead skin off. And that should be a habit I think that most women should have. I mean, at least once a week, you should do a good exfoliation of your skin. It's good circulatory health, good skin health, period. This is an organ, just like all your other major organs.
And you have a body scrub, right?
Yeah, we have a body scrub, but honestly, our mitt, the way that the fibers are made, the mitt like you have, it's amazing to just scrub. It just kind of rolls the skin off as opposed to irritating the skin. Yeah, so it's
because some exfoliation scrubs can actually cause little tears in your skin.
Yes,
I think, right?
Yeah, sugar molecules can be too big and can tear the skin. And also, too, you don't want to come in with anything on your skin. So when you come in to get a tan or you're doing self-tanner at home, you don't want any oils or lotions or anything on the skin. So good, clean, dry, exfoliated skin is the best. That's number one tip. Yeah. I think that most people do not prepare properly, and therefore your tan is not going to turn out well. On the back side, the biggest tip would be to take care of it. So I always compare it to fitness, and if you go and have a personal trainer, you go work out all these hours, you're not going to go eat McDonald's after and turn into a fat ass again, right? So taking care of your skin and taking care of your tan, there's an effort associated with that. So put that in and you'll have a good, flawless experience.
So basically, use all of her products to have
There's that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So use all of those.
All
they
of
smell
them. Buy
amazing.
them all.
They feel good. They make your tan last forever.
Yeah. Well, we do put a lot of care into making them and creating them to make sure they do that. So you're on easy street if you make the purchase.
Yes.
It is hard to find things out there, and just because it's all natural doesn't mean it's not going to mess things up. There's that stigma too, like, oh, as long as I use an all natural lotion, my tan won't mess up. There are a lot of natural oils. Vitamin C, for instance, will strip it is a lightener to the skin, and so it will break the tan down. So that just because it's all natural doesn't mean that it's made up of the best oils and butters and stuff for the tan.
And one last thing about your tanning mousse and your other spray tan, all the things, my husband is like, that spray tan you had was really good. Your skin actually looked like a natural brown or bronze instead of orange. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Spray Studio.
Yeah. And
that's how I knew when he made the comment of it, like I actually looked like it was a natural brown tan, like from the sun or something.
And that's a lot of people, like you have two different types of people. You have people who just want like a glow, and then you have people who are like, I want to be as dark as I can be, like I'm the color of the wall, and then just make me and it's hard to find all the time. When we work with our chemists and we work with our labs, like to make products that work for every skin tone, you know, that are of different levels, but we try really our hardest. Like that's one of our biggest thing is customer, like to make something for you, to customize the treatment. We blend all the solutions in studio per person, per their skin tone and what they want. Like just because you're pale, you may want to try to be as dark as possible, or you might just want to look like you went outside for a couple of hours. So everyone's blend is a little different. We keep track of that. Trying to create things that are easy to use at home where you can get a darker effect or a lighter effect from it.
So whenever you're hearing you say the labs and chemists and stuff triggered this question.
Okay.
Whenever you went to decide like you're going to create a product, because I'm sure a lot of people want to do that, whether it's supplements or hair care or skin care, tanning things. How did you figure out how to find a place to even like get started in creating a product?
Yeah. Okay, so I started that a long time ago.
Let's settle in.
This is a simple question, a simple answer to a loaded question. Research is like number one, obviously just trying to like research stuff. So I did that first. I was like looking up everywhere that had anything to do with anything that I wanted and could create anything I wanted. And then I just spent tons of money buying samples and stuff. And it's kind of part of it. Like every company is not going to create things, you know, the best. And then now I've kind of gotten to a point where we have a chemist on retainer that I have that develops for us. But there's everything from private labeling of products, which we don't do, but you can do, to tweaking product formulas, to customize for yourself, to building ones from the ground up completely. So there's different avenues. So everyone's, you know, product line that they would create for their studio, store, or business isn't always going to be created equal. It can also be made up of several different types of products in that. Like you could make something, you know, from the ground up and pull it into something that you private label and still label it and make a line. So I guess it just depends on your budget. It depends on your concept because there's a lot of things that haven't been created, but a lot of things that can be.
Is your chemist local? Like, are they local to Atlanta? Like, you would just Google, like, Atlanta chemist
so I
to
don't
make
think
a
that's someone who's, like, just starting out unless you've got a lot of money and a really good a really good focus would need that particular type of person. But yes, the guy that that I currently am working with, he lives here, but he travels to labs all over to to create to create product for. He's kind of like a middleman. Okay. But then you have an in-house lab, you know, an in-house chemist in actual manufacturing facilities that you can just hire them to work for you. So it's a whole another world. It's fun. Interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. It is. It's interesting, but it depends on what you're trying to make, I think.
Right. So what is your daily routine as a business owner? How do you fit in working out, like spending time with your boyfriend, your family, being social? Like, how do you manage all the things? Because that's really hard.
Working out, I don't really. So for years,
you gotta come to our events.
So for years, sorry for Atlanta. I know I need to work out. So I'm moving all day long. That's my workout. I never sit still.
That's true.
But when I was tanning for all these years, I was constantly just like squatting all day long and tanning people. So I mean, for years, my arm and just, which is completely screwed up now from that. But anyway, the workout was a daily thing for me, just from a job perspective. Yeah. But today to now, I just say wake up, whatever.
Well, let's talk about your business routine.
Oh, my business routine.
Okay. We don't have to do fitness.
Like my daily. My business routine is all over the place. So I'm taking care of a million different things, and that's just kind of life. It can be overwhelming, but my day is mostly getting on the computer in the morning and kind of catching up, or my phone, and kind of catching up with what's gone on since I've been asleep. And then some nights I'm talking to China because we've got bottles coming and things like that. Wow. So you're trying to talk to them because they're awake when you're asleep. Yeah. You know, making sure that everyone's at work and that they're doing what they need to do, the schedule for the day, and that there's no hiccups there. Marketing stuff and emails and graphic design, and I mean, it's a lot of things.
Do you outsource a lot of your
we actually do it all ourselves. My marketing, I've actually just hired a new company to do. I've kind of gone from company to company with marketing stuff and Instagram stuff. Yeah. But I have found that there's a lot of things that are just better done yourself, and that you need to find time and keep them in house. And then some things are just better to outsource. But my daily routine is just all over the place. Every day it's different. I think for most business owners, that's probably the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. We try to have some fun.
Well, it's true. Like, even though I do Fit Atlanta and stuff, it's still hard because I also have a full-time job.
You'll get to where you don't, though, anymore. You'll get to where this is your
goals.
Job.
That would be that's the goal. Yeah. But full-time job, doing Fit Atlanta, being married, like hanging out with my dog, my best friends, like being social, and then also doing events. It's hard to even find a time to work out.
A lot of that for years, and that's I didn't do a lot of the networking and the social events and the going out, and I probably go out with my friends like twice a month, and I don't go to dinners.
It's hard to do that anymore.
Yeah, and I'm not a lot of people are very work-life balance. That's just not in my vocabulary. I'm a work balance. Like, that's for me personally. And it's hard and it's stressful, but until I get where I'm going, like, that's why I've chosen to do this. Yeah. And I'm trying to get somewhere, and I go there. And needing something and like wanting it are two different things to me. So I need to get where I'm going. I might want to go to dinner with my friends, but like sometimes
it feels good to say no, and I'm sure as you've grown throughout your career and as just an individual, like learning to say no to things to focus on what you need to do. Yes. I had to do that earlier this week. I've had a crazy week at work, my full-time job. I have an event this Saturday for Fit Atlanta. Obviously, like, we're filming this, like planning, scheduling things I do when I'm moonlighting outside of work. And so I was invited to go out with some friends for dinner, and I was like, man, hey girl, I'm sorry, but I gotta bow out of this one. Like, I was trying to make it work, but it's giving me more negative energy and stress than it is excitement. And that's when I knew, like, I had to say no, even though I wanted to go. Like, I gotta take care of myself.
I think that's a big thing as a business owner, is like, you can have your friends that have been with you forever, but try to find some friends who get what you're going through, because they're not going to be the ones that are like, I'm mad at you, you didn't come to
and she was super chill about it. She's like, no problem.
That's the hard part, is when they don't understand, when people around you don't understand what you're trying to do and they make you feel guilty for it. Just don't ever feel guilty. Do your thing.
Next.
Go on your path and get what you need to do. Do you. Exactly. That's exactly the biggest thing, for sure.
All right. So are you doing anything with your business? Like, do you have any philanthropic things you do, or charities, or how do you like to make a difference in Atlanta?
People are always contacting us from, we've probably done like 40 this past year, where we give gift baskets and gift cards and stuff for like all kinds of fundraisers and business openings and whatever. So yeah, I'm always down. If anyone contacts me, that's pretty much my thing. It's hard to have time to go, and I know that's a terrible excuse, but time to go give back. I would like to get to a point where our team actually gives for something specific. I'm trying to figure out what that is for us, but in the meantime, we do give a ton back to our community.
And you're very generous with Fit Atlanta, so I appreciate you for that. You're always giving to our swag bags. You're sponsoring the Fit Atlanta Fest last year.
Anytime. That was fun. Everyone should do the Fit Atlanta Fest.
Yes, you should come to the Fit Atlanta Fest. It's going to be amazing. It's coming this year again.
It was a lot of fun. It's going to be bigger and better than ever.
Again, fingers crossed. I hope so.
It will. It's great.
So, selfish plug.
Yes.
Before we wrap up our conversation.
Sure.
The Fit Atlanta.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the Fit Atlanta? You've been involved. You've sponsored. We've talked. You've donated to events. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts about the Fit Atlanta?
I think that what you've got going on is amazing. I think that more people need to bring more business owners together and more people in the community together for different reasons. And I kind of like your vibe. I kind of like the fact that you're chill and you're not an asshole, and you're good and you're not too good, and it's a good vibe, and it makes me feel good to be a part of it. I really enjoy it. I loved the Fit Atlanta. The Fit Fest was great, and I thought that it was really fun. Good. And I just think it's time to have some community groups and some things that are focused on everyone from both sides and make it fun. Not like it's too businessy and too networky and too like all these things that aren't cool. Like, it's fun to do fun things with people who are like you, and I think that that's kind of what you got going on, so I like it.
Oh, well, thank you for being a part of the Fit Atlanta and to doing this interview. You're amazing.
Oh, I love you too.
You're the best. So thank you for watching this episode with Alicia Wente from Spray Studio Atlanta. If you need a spray tan, go see her. Go try her products.
All my team, they're amazing.
Yeah, her team is really good. Oh, and you also sell cute earrings.
Yes,
which
I
love.
Have a whole boutique in the front.
Yes, and cute shirts. I have a ton of your earrings.
All kinds of stuff.
But yeah, the Spring Fling scent, and then
your favorite.
Yeah, that would just smell delicious. So so go check her out, and see you next time.